Hey guys, Zero here. Got another unboxing to show you guys. This is the third I think I've done in the series of the die-cast metals, the Jada Toys metals die-cast Batmobile series. I just got a chance to pop over to my storage and I saw it and I grabbed it, so I figured, I'd give it an unboxing and show you guys what I got here. We're gonna take a look at the 1966 Batman TV series Batmobile. And it comes with the Batman figure there too. Kind of looks like Adam West, kind of shaped like him too. But we're gonna get this over to the table and we're gonna crack it open and take a closer look at everything. This is another one of my favorite Batmobiles. It stood the test of time for me. I don't know why. I mean, I was a kid when the show came out, so obviously there's some nostalgia there. You know, that whole nostalgic memory thing. I mean, but yeah, I actually still really like this version of the Batmobile. And when I look at like the ones that have come since then, like obviously my favorite is the '89 Tim Burton, which we've already seen. If you haven't, I'll put the link in the description below. But I like the Tumbler. I like the Superman versus Batman. Justice League Batmobile. I like them all to a degree, but there are some that I didn't like at all, like the George Clooney Batmobile, Val Kilmer Batmobile. I didn't like those at all, and I actually don't have those. But this one always stood out to me as well. It had that classic hot rod look, Krager rims, and as a kid growing up, that's what every street car, every hot rod had. Those chrome or brushed Krager rims, and it just stuck out to me with this car. And I know that we know the history of the Batmobile and this version of it and how it ran like shit and they had to speed up the footage on the show, but it was still you're still watching Batman. But we're gonna get over to the table, crack this open and take a look. All right, sit tight, guys. Alright guys, here we go. So, 1966 Batmobile. What was the car originally? Was it the Galaxy? Ford Galaxy? I think that's what it was. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments. I believe it was a Ford Galaxy, but I could be wrong. And it was like a crappy car, didn't go very fast. So they sped up the footage so that every time you saw the Batmobile it was like zooming down the street. Let's get this over here. Alright, I'm gonna set that there and get Batman out if he'll come out. Exacto. There we go. Little stickies on his feet. It's like glue almost. So here's Batman. He's got the Adam West gut. And the cape is soft goods, It's that little, just rubbery. But it's actually not like the other capes. This one actually, you see it's moving. You can do the thing from the intro. Yeah, it's like it's put on there. The other ones are like actually fixed in. It's not bad. He's kind of got his expression too, and like I said, he's got the soft 50s muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like little boots. Let's set him there. If he stands. Oh yeah, he stands. All right, we'll take a look at the Batmobile now. I just realized Robin is in the car. Holy shit. Robin's in the car. He's on the phone. Oh my God. I don't know why I'd never noticed it before. Could eat whole. Oh my God. It's hilarious. Exact over here. Get these door ribbons out. So here we go. Now, my first complaint is that all the striping, which is really spot on, okay, very accurate, you know. Oh, Batman just fell over. Is not 100% accurate. No, he keeps falling over. The striping is supposed to be red. It always was. You know, it's just the way the Batmobile was. This striping is orange. I don't know why they did that. Let's get the grill in there. A little bat nose. I don't know why they did that. I don't know what the thought process was in selecting that color. But everybody knows that the Batmobile is black and red. You know what I'm saying? There's the exhaust, or part of the exhaust, and then there's the turbine. There's a license plate there, but it doesn't have anything on it. I might put something on there. There's some in the paint there. Oh no, that's the wing tips. Okay, I thought it was like messed up paint, but it's not. It's actually the shape of the tail wing. That's cool. I never noticed that before. Got it here too. That is really cool. Alright, Jada toys. So far so good. There's the police light. And the two little antenna. And there's the canopy, the interior. Come on. And get a good look at the Boy Wonder. That is hilarious. Is the door open? Yup. Door opens. Can I get him out of there? Nah, he's in there. I don't want to break it. This door opens like way wider though. It's like real stiff. I don't want to snap anything. But you know, you got to jump out the Batmobile and handle business. Underneath, we've got your standard molded plastic. Look at the size of those exhaust pipes. That's ridiculous. And then there's a turbine up front, but there's nothing back here. Well, I guess, oh no, I guess, yeah. I guess that's where the exhaust of the turbine is, so I guess that makes sense. It would be that big. I don't know. Batman pedestal there. Oop. Alright, dude, what's the problem, man? Why aren't you standing up? Okay. He's gonna give Robin the business. Let's do the rotating thing here. There we go. It's pretty cool, actually. I gotta say, I kind of like it. I mean, I'm a fan of that Batmobile anyway. Whoa, there we go. What the hell just happened? I've got ghosts, y'all. I got ghosts. That was interesting. Let's see if it happens again. Come on, ye spirits. Like I said, I've always been a fan of this car. Most TV show movie cars I'm a fan of, like the Dukes of Hazzard. I want to get a General Lee diecast, a Knight Rider, Ecto 1, you know, and they're starting to make them. Jada's, look, there it goes again. I wonder if it's just, it's gotta be the angle is a dangle. This, my floor might be sloped a bit. But yeah, I've always liked those cars, so you know, I'd like to have them in my collection. The Starsky and Hutch car, you know, with Jada putting these out in this scale at this price, it's actually not bad. $25 for a 1/24th scale car is actually a really good price, considering, you know, most 1/24ths, if you know, they're pretty expensive. You know what I'm saying? They can get up there, you know, and especially the type of car. You know what I mean? And you know, these Batmobiles, I'm hoping they keep making them. So I'm picking them up as soon as I can, the ones that I like. And you know, I hope that they make the rest. I'm really hoping they make the Arkham Asylum Batmobile. That's one of my favorites as well. But this one, like I said, this is a strong second in my book right now. And I would say like the Tim Burton is the top. I just, for some reason, that car has just always been number one. This was number one, mind you. This was number one car, Batmobile, for me for a long time. Even in the comic books, even, you know, the cartoons and all that, whatever. This was the Batmobile for me for the longest time. You know, I grew up as a kid. I grew up watching the Batman show. You know, always wanted one of those Batmobiles. But when the Tim Burton car was released, it was like that. Just it changed everything for me as far as, you know, the Batmobile went. And then it changed the designs in the comic books too. Like people started really thinking about their designs with the Batmobiles, because up until that point, you know, in the comic books they had this car. It was like whatever car it was, like a 42 Ford or something, and it had a huge bat head on the front. It was just ridiculous. Like, I get it, you know, because it was a sign of the times, and that's just the creative outlet that they had at the time. But, you know, when you got further along, like in the 70s, and you had like this car that kind of looked like a Corvette, but it had a big ass bat head on the front, it was just like, come on, man, we can do better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can be more creative than that. And they did. They started, you know, like I said, Tim Burton came with his car, and it just blew everything out the water. So yeah, I would definitely, you know, my Tim Burton, and then this one now, because this one was the champ until that one came out. And I don't know, after all of the other ones, I don't know which one's my next favorite. I want to say the Arkham Asylum one is probably third place, you know, just because of the design of it. It's very Tim Burton-esque, but it's bulkier, it's bigger looking, you know. And then probably the Tumbler, and then the Arkham Knight, and then probably the Justice League one. Only because the Justice League one, I feel like they were looking to make I don't know what they were doing with the Batmobile in that one. I mean, I like it. I do like it a lot. I like the motif. It does look like a bat. It has a bat motif. So does the plane that they made for that movie. But I feel like they made it more of a war machine than a stealthy crime fighting vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying Batman's totally, I mean, like, up until that point, like up until the Tumbler, the Batmobile was like transportation with some, you know, James Bond gadgets. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had a few little tricks and you know, whatever, but it wasn't like, you know, to the point where, you know, he could only rely on the Batmobile. And the one thing with Arkham Knight that bothered me was, yes, they gave you the ability to use the Batmobile, which was freaking cool, but you had to rely on it so much for your missions, and it was just like, come on, man, like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to drive it, when you have to start driving the car on rooftops and stuff like that, and it's like, all right, that was funny in in Batman Begins, but his Batmobile, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, they did make the Bat Tank for Dark Knight Returns and stuff like that, so I could be wrong. I could be just tooting whatever, but I don't know. I felt like the Justice League one was too military and not enough Batman. You know what I'm saying? Whereas a lot of these other ones were Batman. It's like, you know, he had a bunch of little tricks and gadgets and stuff in the car and whatever to help him, you know, evade the police or catch a bad guy on the road or whatever. But it wasn't like this was his fucking home and he had to live in there in order to do all his crime fighting. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, this is actually a pretty good car. I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I got it when I got it. Oh, you know what else I'm going to get? The one I also like is the animated series Batmobile. And it's not, you know, obviously whatever, they're all fictional technically, right? But I mean, like, this is based on a real car. We know which ones were built from real cars and whatever. But the animated series car is always a nice car too. I like, because it's very Tim Burton-esque. It actually came out. He produced the show, so it, obviously there was a lot of influence on there. And Bruce Timm's a big fan, so the animated series car is coming. I'll get that one next. But I have a couple more to unbox for you guys too. So I think if you're a Batman fan and you don't have the Hot Wheels collector's edition of this Batmobile, which is, I think that's the one where it's like they have the red pinstriping and all that cool stuff, and like this striping here is actually really thick compared to what it should be, but that's, I mean, it is what it is. You get the idea of what this car is, right? It's not, it's not pink or anything. But yeah, they if you don't have the Hot Wheels one, go for this one. Yeah, look at that. It must be the table, or no, it's got to be the turntable, because it's like, look at that. Turntable's like, get out of here. Go for it. Pick it up if you can. If you can still pick it up, I think it's worth it. You do get the cool die-cast figure, which you don't get with any of the other ones. You're just getting the Batmobile, and you get a sitting Robin. So I think it's definitely worth, the $25 or whatever it is. I think you can get them on Amazon for like $25 shipped if you got Prime, something like that. So I definitely like this car. I don't understand with the orange turbo booster in the back here. Like, is this supposed to be fire? And I know some of them light up. Like, you can get some that have lights and stuff that, whatever. And that's really cool. I just don't want to spend a couple $100 on a Batmobile. My collection, for one of those, I can get 4 of these. So there you go. That is the Jada Toys 1966 Batman TV show Batmobile. And he even got a little bat symbol there. Alright guys, I appreciate you watching, sticking with me. Like, subscribe, share. If you guys like these unboxings, specifically these die-cast car unboxings, I love die-cast cars. I have way too many, according to the wife. But if you do like them, let me know in the comments, because I can definitely get more out. And I have my eye on a bunch of different die-cast stuff that I'm like not sure I want to pull a trigger on. But if you guys are interested, I'll start looking into that. And like I said, I really like the movie cars. I'm a big fan of film and TV cars. I love cars in general, but if it's something out of a movie, I'm probably going to wind up getting it, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're more iconic, And if anybody's got a lead on a General Lee, a 124 scale General Lee that's not going to kill the bank, let me know in the comments below, because I'm looking for one. That's one of my favorite cars in general. So, all right, guys. I appreciate the support. Like I said, thank you for sticking with me.